How do Crest 3D white strips compare to a whitening toothpaste? Let's see.
The paste didn't seem to do much for me. The white strips made a huge difference. But that's not fair.
Crest white strips work below the enamel surface to whiten 25 times better than a leading whitening toothpaste. Crest white strips, the way to whiten.
Thank you, Payless, for saving me money on new Easter shoes for every bunny. No need to hunt for something so sweet. The 40% off Easter sale is quite the treat. Everybody loves to pay less.
Closed captioning is provided by...
I saw a commercial that said you could save $500 by switching to Progressive. That was me, Mom. I thought you said that was me, Mom.
Never take the insurance company's first offer.
Call Steiger, Isco, and Green.
We've gotten our clients 10, 20,
even 30 times more money than the insurance company's original offer. How much can Steiger, Isco, and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
Skin cancer affects 1 in 5 Americans of all ages. Only a highly trained health professional can detect skin cancer. And early detection can mean the difference between life and death. Call today and make an appointment for a skin cancer screening at Water's Edge Dermatology, one of America's leading dermatology practices. Remember, early detection can save your life. It saved mine. There's a Water's Edge office near you, so call today.
Right now, you can help people get back their lives. Care for those who may need a helping hand. Right now at South University, you can earn your Associate of Science degree in our Physical Therapist Assistant program. Right now, you can enroll in this rewarding program and make a difference. Our faculty can prepare you with the skills and knowledge you need to serve those in need. Learn more about how you can change your world, our world, for the better. So call or visit us online right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit hungry and there's nothing good for me around.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of craving something that I can't have. Forever I've been praying for a snack in my life, and now I have a brownie, and in all of my strife I finally found the right snack.
After Michael's crash, he called Steiger, Isco, and Green.
We got him $400,000.
Money in his pocket.
How much can Steiger, Isco, and Green get you?
1-800-561-1111. Non-lawyer spokespersons.
Hey, welcome back. I am here with Meredith. She is a bank teller from Bayonne, New Jersey, and it's time for Pop Quiz. All right, here's your question. Don't help her, okay? Were you paying attention during Hot Topics?
Yes, I was.
Okay. What was Suge Knight's bail set at? $20 million, $25 million, or $30 million?
$25 million.
Yes! Congratulations, Meredith! We are giving... Oh, wait, I have another question. Wait, hold on, not so quick. Okay. How many years were Bradley Cooper and Suki Waterhouse dating? 1, 2, or 3?
2 years.
Yes! Congratulations, Meredith! We're giving you a 2-year free gift card for Netflix. Here you go! And we'll be right back. Don't go far.
Zenadrin, 7 times more weight loss than dieting alone.
Now I'm 46 pounds lighter. Zenadrin really works.
The clinically proven key ingredients in Zenadrin have helped people lose 7 times more weight than dieting alone. Get a second bottle free.
There's no taste like Twizzlers. There's no taste like Twizzlers. There's no taste like Twizzlers. From movie classics to TV hits, Twizzlerize your entertainment with Twizzlers. The twist you can't resist.
Abducted, murdered. A local woman leaves a mall in Boca. 45 minutes later, she's found dead at an area park. A closer look at a chilling cold case that happened 8 years ago. Today on WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
For many people considering bankruptcy, understanding their options may not always be easy. Federal law allows you to file for bankruptcy under Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. Both may get rid of unsecured debts and stop foreclosures, repossessions, and garnishments. But there are significant differences between the two. I'm Larry Levine. If you're considering bankruptcy, be well informed about how you may eliminate much of your debt while protecting your home, car, and other property. Call us for a consultation.
It's the BrandsMart USA Spring Savings Sale. Come in today. Get a 7-inch dual-core tablet for just $29.88. Buy this Toshiba satellite laptop for the low price of $279.88. Take home this GE front-load laundry pair for only $1099.76. How about this Samsung stainless French door refrigerator with dual ice makers for only $1499.88? It's the BrandsMart USA Spring Savings Sale.
Tonight, The Voice is coming down to the best of the best ever.
Your team doesn't suck.
Thank you. But with a talent this good, it's getting harder to say goodbye.
Come on, Blake! Steal!
Then,
We have a lockdown in the ER.
a crisis will shut down the hospital.
No one in or out. Anything exposed to radioactive blood is live.
For one doctor, it may be too late.
Did you touch him without gloves?
The Night Shift after The Voice. You must see Monday, tonight on NBC.
Discover your true colors during Calico Corner's spring sale while savings are in full bloom. Save up to 50% store-wide on all fabrics, furniture, trim, hardware, accessories, and Hunter Douglas window treatments. Spring into savings at Calico Corners.
It's been fun, but I gotta run. I want to thank my guests and my fantastic co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, the always outspoken and easy on the eyes, Donnie Deutsch is here. Plus, I got you covered with all the juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.
Train horns too noisy? People say they're getting louder. Today we find out if they comply with regulations. Then after a hot weekend and some brush fires, what you need to watch out for this week. Today on WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
SMR indicator to helium.
And there they are, 57 million miles from Earth.
How does it look? Here I go. Roger.
Now he's exited the module, and we are one step from Mars.
1201.
Never miss a moment with UVerse Live TV on the go.
Expect more from your school. More caring, more commitment, more success. Many schools see students as a number. Renaissance Charter School at Wellington sees your child. All students are unique individuals. Together, we'll develop personal learning plans and offer a nurturing environment that focuses on your child. Renaissance Charter School at Wellington on South State Road 7 in Wellington. Apply online today at wellingtoncharter.org. Expect more.
Rubenstein Law recently got a client $850,000 for a car accident. When you need an attorney, call Rubenstein Law.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Searching for a missing passenger this afternoon. Right now, a local family shares their story after a man jumped from a ship near the Florida Keys. Gang rape investigation. She told her story to Rolling Stone magazine, but then the magazine apologized for some discrepancies. What police are now saying about the alleged attack at the University of Virginia. And too much homework? How much time should your child be working on schoolwork when they're at home for it to be really effective? It's 4 o'clock in South Florida, and this is the Now. Good afternoon, everyone. And right now, rain is falling across a lot of South Florida, or some parts anyway. But will it affect your evening plans? And what about tomorrow when your kids head out to school? Storm Team 5 meteorologist James Whelan is in today for Steve. What are we looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at a weak cold front moving through right now. Not really going to do much for the temperatures, though. But it is bringing us a little bit of rain, and since it's been dry, all those lawns Sucking in that rain
Absolutely.
and loving it. Yeah, so let's look at it right now on the radar, our Live 5 camera. Look, it's getting dark out there. We had a lot of sunshine through the day. That warmed temperatures up into the mid to upper 80s. Live sweeps on all across the state. And look at all this rain here. This is in association with a cold front that is pushing on down to the south. Very weak, though, not a lot of cold air back behind this, that's for sure. And over the past few hours, it did see some heavier rain move through Vero Beach, Fort Pierce, Port St. Lucie. Picked up about maybe even up to a ½ an inch of rain as this moved on through. Now it's more broken. We're starting to see a couple of more showers here pop up in central Palm Beach County. A quick little burst of rain moving through on a brisk west to east flow here, and that will continue through the evening hours. We'll have to wait a little while for all of this to make it through, so we're going to keep that rain in the forecast, at least isolated to scattered through the evening hours. This is how much rain we picked up thus far, and anywhere from 1/3 to maybe 2/3 of an inch of rain as that line moved through the Treasure Coast. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast to get you through the evening. Carry the umbrella. You may run into a stray shower. I don't think it's going to be a washout or anything, but maybe stray showers out there from time to time, and temperatures will drop off into the 70s to near 80. I'll have more on the rest of the forecast coming up in a bit.
We'll see you then, James. Thanks. Right now, the search continues for a cruise passenger who jumped from a ship on its way back to Port Everglades. It prompted a search in the middle of the night. The Now's Katie Johnson spoke to passengers who were on board when this happened. She's joining us live now with the latest details. Katie?
Well, I just got off the phone with officials from the Coast Guard. They're telling me they are still searching for this man and have already searched more than 400 square miles. That search happening about 170 miles south of us here in Palm Beach, right off the coast of the Florida Keys. We spoke to several passengers today who were on board Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas when this happened. They say they first noticed something was wrong when the cruise abruptly stopped. According to Royal Caribbean, the man that jumped is 43 years old and he's from the U.S. Cameras spotted him climbing over the railing, then jumping from deck 12. One local mom says her daughter was on deck 12 when she found out someone went overboard. She panicked, of course, until finding out her teenage daughter was okay. The Lake Worth residents and everyone else on board were then forced into quarantine for several hours until crew members said they could move around the ship again.
It was a rough night. You never think something like that's going to happen on vacation, that's for sure.
Now, this wasn't the only thing that went wrong on this cruise ship. Coming up all new at 5:30, hear why passengers say there were problems on this trip from the very beginning. Live on Palm Beach, Katie Johnson for the Now South Florida.
Katie, thanks. The afternoon rains James was talking about helping clear the air in northern Palm Beach County today. Firefighters working all night long to put out this brush fire. It broke out near the Kennedy Estates area. It's in Jupiter, just east of I-95. The fire burned about 5 acres. Fortunately, no homes were damaged, but many commuters smelled smoke from this brush fire, especially near Indiantown Road and I-95. We're still waiting to hear what actually sparked that blaze. The mother of a Boca Raton woman who was murdered 8 years ago today is pleading for information to help solve this case at long last. Detectives say someone abducted and shot Randy Gornberg on March 23rd, 2007. According to investigators, Gornberg left the Boca Town Center Mall just after 1 o'clock that day. 45 minutes later, her body was found at a suburban Delray Beach park. Police want to know what happened during those 45 minutes. Gornberg's mother says it's really difficult knowing that her daughter's killer is still on the loose.
Just turn yourself in or tell us something, anything. Clear your conscience. Be a good person. Do a good thing. Ease the ache in our hearts. Our family is very broken up over this.
Gornberg's mother is asking anyone who has any information to call it in, even if she says you feel bad because you haven't brought it up before now. Police say they have not had any solid leads in this case for some time. Today, also the anniversary of another unsolved murder. On March 23rd, 2006, Cynthia Moffitt was shot and killed while she was working at the Forest Oaks Golf Club. This was in Lake Worth. Detectives believe it happened between 5 and 6 in the evening and that the motive for the murder was robbery. Police say keeping both of these cold cases in the news, in the spotlights, well, it sometimes leads to tips. So if you have any information on either of these two cases we've just spoken about, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers. The number is 1-800-458-TIPS. Sad news to pass along today. The 6-month-old child allegedly stabbed by his mother in Palm Bay last Friday has now died. Police say the mother, Jessica McCarty, also killed her 2 other children. McCarty is being held without bond right now at the Brevard County Jail. The Department of Children and Families is reviewing that case. Big political news today, both here in Florida and nationwide, frankly. First, Congressman Patrick Murphy has made it official. He will run for Senate. Murphy says he came to that decision after talking to constituents and his family in the past couple of months. His sights are now set on the seat currently being held by Republican Marco Rubio. It's not clear who he will face in his Senate bid. Rubio has been talking of making a run for the White House. Murphy said today he wants to focus and begin focusing now on his campaign.
I don't want to make this about Rubio. My focus and my belief is that we need a senator who's going to stand up and fight for all Floridians, not just a small group.
Earlier today, Boca Raton Congressman Ted Deutsch came out in support of Murphy in his run for Senate. On the Republican side, meanwhile, Texas Senator Ted Cruz officially launched his presidential campaign today in Virginia. The question now, who will be next to announce an official run? At least a dozen Republicans have already expressed interest. Names like Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Rand Paul. Ann McNamara is at the Now National Desk. She has that story.
Today, I am announcing that I'm running for President of the United States.
Senator Ted Cruz making his official campaign announcement at Liberty University in Virginia. The 44-year-old Texas senator is the first major party candidate to enter the 2016 field. The Tea Party product promising a future without Obamacare and the IRS to a crowd of 10,000 students. But his big news came with a big mistake. Cruz accidentally turning his back to the camera at a crucial moment, amusing Twitter for hours. Some pointing out students wearing red T-shirts supporting another probable candidate, Senator Rand Paul, who's widely rumored to announce his campaign next month. Then there's former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who's decided to actively explore a presidential run, even launching a leadership PAC in January. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker still weighing the impact it would have on his family and friends, but he was the first of the potentials to open a campaign office in Iowa. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie says he's, quote, thinking about it. The latest CNN ORC poll puts Cruz behind all of them, in the middle of the pack.
He's running in a lane that is really for the grassroots activists to try to jump on board.
Some Republicans today saying don't count Cruz out as he targets disenchanted conservatives and evangelicals with powerful rhetoric. At the Now National Desk, I'm Ann McNamara.
And thanks. Valet parking in Stewart could soon be a reality. Today, the City Commission will discuss a proposal that would allow visitors in the downtown area to valet park at City Hall. For $5, the valet drivers will park your car at the gravel parking lot behind the Stewart feed store. Some say the parking situation is really not that bad, but others say it keeps people from choosing downtown to shop and dine. If approved, this pilot program will be given a trial run-through April 30th. Then a decision will be made to determine whether it's going to stick around, and that'll begin October 1st if it's approved. Coming up on the Now, the homework battle. We're going to let you know how much is too much and how the at-home assignments can actually hurt your child. And the power of social media, how passengers' tweets helped one airline change its tune. Then packing a powerful punch, the very useful reason you may want to keep all those annoying peanuts. But now, coming right back.
A one-way ticket to Egypt will cost you less than $20 when you visit Afterlife, Tombs and Treasures of Ancient Egypt. Mention WPTV and receive 20% off your admission to this exciting exhibit at the South Florida Science Center and Aquarium.
Experience the excitement, the love, the rhythm, the rebellion, the passion, and the music of Memphis. Memphis, it lives in you.
At the Kravis Center, Tuesday, April 7th through Sunday, April 12th. For tickets, visit our official website, kravis.org, or call 561-832-SHOW.
Desátame de una vez. ¿Dónde has estado? Te he estado esperando por más de una hora. Al menos me hubieras llamado. Jimmy Jones. Los niños se están comportando como monios.
Jimmy
Estoy
Jones,
enloqueciendo.
ayúdame, por favor.
¿Cómo quieres que
¡Pronto!
John's. Order online at jimmyjohns.com.
Right now, you can help people get back their lives. Care for those who need a helping hand to get back on their feet. Because right now at South University, you can earn your Associate of Science degree as an occupational therapy assistant. Right now, our faculty can prepare you with the skills and knowledge you need to serve those in need. Learn more about how you can change your world, our world, for the better. Call or visit us online. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
For the first time ever, get zero down and zero interest until January 2018 at H.H. Gregg. Plus, save up to 25% off major appliances. Score a Maytag washer or dryer for $3.99 each. Plus, catch the action on a 65-inch LG LED TV for only $6.99. For the first time ever, zero down payment and zero interest until January 2018 at H.H. Gregg and hhgregg.com. Appliances, electronics, and furniture.
Things are getting pretty exciting at Nissan. With bonus cash, there's no better time than now to get your new Nissan. Innovation, excitement, only at Nissan. Now.
Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers on select models.
Bonus cash, and soon.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Did you know ancient Egyptians even mummified animals? Visit Afterlife, Tombs and Treasures of Ancient Egypt. See the mummies and other rare artifacts. Mention WPTV and receive 20% off your admission to the South Florida Science Center at Aquarium.
Right now, millionaire Robert Durst being held without bail in a Louisiana prison. And in court today, the judge called him a flight risk and a danger to others. The 71-year-old real estate scion was the subject of the HBO documentary The Jinx. He was arrested in New Orleans right before the series finale aired, accused of killing a friend in California 15 years ago. He was found with drugs, cash, and a revolver. FBI agents think Durst was planning to flee the country before he was arrested, possibly to Cuba. Durst, considered a suicide risk right now. He's being held in a mental unit within the prison. His next hearing is scheduled for April 2nd. Back to you.
Ann, thanks. It is a question a lot of parents and teachers talk about all the time. How much homework is too much? For teens, a new study is suggesting that just 1 hour of homework a day is reasonable and effective. I don't know a teen only doing 1 hour a day, but anyway, researchers with the American Psychological Association looked at math and science and found that those whose teacher systematically assigned homework scored nearly 50 points higher on the standardized testing out there. They also found that assigning more than 70 minutes of homework per day is not very effective. Good news for drivers out there. Gas prices heading back down again. According to the Lundberg survey, the average national price for a gallon of regular gas has dropped 4 cents in the last 2 weeks, now down to $2.50 a gallon. You can thank falling oil prices and strong refinery production for the decline in price for all of us. In West Palm Beach, by the way, the average price for a gallon of gas that we could find about $2.56 right now. And right now, a plane bound for Orlando is getting a little extra help after getting stuck in the mud before takeoff. This incident happened last night in Delaware. Officials say the Frontier Airlines jet had 105 people on board. It was taxiing when the pilot veered off the taxiway onto a grassy area that was filled with mud. You can see it there, the tires stuck. No one was hurt in the incident, but the flight did have to be canceled. Members of the Delaware National Guard were called in this morning to help retrieve this airplane. American Airlines is playing better music on airplanes thanks to your Twitter complaints of late. The Now's digital producer Rachel Lado here with why the airlines changed its tune, or why this airline changed its tune.
Okay, so when you were getting on the plane, American Airlines was playing the piano versions of top 40 songs, which customers on Twitter said were boring, because they are. So they gave their boarding playlist a makeover in October, and instead the airline is now playing a mix of lesser-known indie music. According to American Since the Switch, Twitter complaints about the airline's cabin music have decreased and compliments have increased. American Airlines has actually won awards for its use for Twitter and monitoring customer service, mostly helping passengers and apologizing for delays, and in this case, getting rid of the pop piano. American is now the world's largest airline following its merger with U.S. Airways and is in the process of investing $2 billion in improving its products and amenities, including the music updates. So some of the contemporary acts American now plays include the XX, Moby, the Postal Service, Bon Iver, and Haim. So if you've never heard of them, it might be time to book a flight, Shannon.
Well, I didn't know it was that easy to get American Airlines attention. I had a couple things to say after my last flight. Maybe I'll take to Twitter more
Start
often,
tweeting.
Rachel. Yeah. If I knew it was that easy, would have done it a long time ago.
Good.
Thanks. Airline passengers have complained about several things over the years, from shrinking seats to less food and drink. But as Holland Davis explains, airline workers have heard your cries, and they're finally making room for some much-needed improvements.
Shannon, people have complained about airlines really since the first time the first passenger plane took off. You know, we all want more room to move around, more places to store our stuff, and yes, better tasting food. Luckily, those changes are on the way. Let's start first with the interior design. Many airlines, they're ripping out the old patterns and replacing it with visually stimulating designs. Psychologists say these patterns help keep you in a good mood, so we like that. Also, the galley is getting nicer as well. The new Boeing 777s, in fact, they come with spacious galleys and arched entryways, and that big old serving cart, it's getting the boot finally, right? The new trolleys will be so compact you can walk right past them. Coach class is getting an upgrade too. The cool new chair is designed to fit the human body like a glove. The cloth is more comfortable, and there's a touchscreen in-flight entertainment for every seat, and even a place to put your tablet. You know, everyone is carrying one of those nowadays. Of course, things get better the more you pay. This new business class section, it's a seat right there. It really is a smart chair. The vision control system is so sophisticated it can read your facial features to figure out who you are and what you want. Now, don't expect those changes anytime soon. According to the airline industry, experts there say the soonest you may see some of these improvements, about 3 years. Until then, pack light, eat before you take off, bring your own entertainment. Shannon, back over to you.
And also hold going to the bathroom, because those carts you can't get by.
No.
When they start serving beverage, you might as well, you know, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
Just hold it.
I wish you could have your own room in there. You'd just be locked in, like, you know, like the bathroom. Everybody loves to hang out in there because it's your own little room.
I don't know about that. That's it's pretty stinky on an airplane. You're looking at some rain on radar right now.
Yeah,
James.
we are. We're tracking a few showers out there. Hey, we need it. We had a sunny, hot weekend. Temperatures were in the upper 80s, pushing 90 degrees each day. So we can use a little bit of rain here to help water that lawn. Seeing the clouds starting to move in here on the Live 5 camera. Current temperature now down to 78 degrees. We were just up into the middle 80s or so a moment ago, and now we had a few rain showers move on through, and that helped cool us down a little bit. You see the Treasure Coast here where you had the heavier rain. Now it's just some light rain, generally moving from the west to the east in association with that cold front moving through. We had one little heavy shower move through West Palm and Palm Beach right near Worth Avenue. Now that's offshore. A couple more back to the west, Loxahatchee. This is going to get Wellington and Royal Palm here in a matter of 10, 15, 20 minutes or so, and then move eastward through the rest of West Palm Beach. And down in the South County, you're okay right now, but there is some rain on the map for you coming a little bit later. And we see that with the cold front here pushing down to the south. Not the strongest of cold fronts temperature-wise. We're not going to see a big drop or anything like that, but we do have some rain back to the west that'll sweep through South County here. So rain chances this week higher tonight, and then we lower them tomorrow, and we'll bring them back up towards the end of the week as a bigger cold front will move on through. Shannon?
James, thanks so much. Up next, one itsy bitsy spider causes a very big mess. Plus, Apple employees are working up a sweat, but not to lose weight. We'll explain why they are working so hard.
Honda's the only company ever to win both the Indy 500
and a Supercross Racing Championship.
They were also the first to come up with this, the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, where you can get great deals on almost everything Honda makes, including the sporty Civic, named Best Value in its class. Get great deals on Civics right now.
The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Get a dream deal on a Civic with standard rear view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
If you have stage 3 chronic kidney disease and suffer from the burning pain of gout, local doctors need your help testing an investigational medication. You will receive all study-related procedures at no cost if you qualify and may be compensated for your time and travel. If you have stage 3 chronic kidney disease and have had a gout flare in the past year, call 772-200-4377 or visit mygoutstudy.com to see if you qualify for this research study.
The whisper of a gentle breeze. The easy calm of a weekend escape. City Furniture presents Trade Winds by Kevin Charles. An exclusive collection of island-inspired furnishings for your entire home. Explore it today at cityfurniture.com. Where will the trade winds take you?
Yup, it's all about the Washingtons. Look what your $2 gets you, baby. Loads of flavor and meat. Well, don't you have good taste? You see what I did?
Get Rallies and Checkers' new $2 chicken slider box. Our classic all-white meat crispy chicken slider. Or try it with Frank's Red Hot sauce topped with creamy ranch. Served with famous seasoned fries. All in one box. Just $2.
Your place or mine?
Rallies and Checkers.
It's in the bag.
Mercedes-Benz of Palm Beach, where hospitality and friendly service is a family tradition. Right now, lease the CLA 250C for just $329 per month, the all-new GLA 250 4MATIC SUV for $369 per month, or the 2015 C300 for just $399 per month. We're proud to serve the Palm Beaches and invite you to visit Mercedes-Benz of Palm Beach.
Helping South Floridians is important to me. My dad built his business here. It's where I grew up. Our clients are wonderful, honest people. After their accident or injury, most are in shock and vulnerable. My #1 job? To fight for their rights so they can focus on healing. I'm attorney Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. I wake up every morning with one mission, to make clients whole again. If you need responsive legal help, call 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
We all know catching and killing a bug can sometimes be difficult, but as our friends at Right This Minute show us, it could lead to some costly repairs as well.
What up now? I'm Beth Troutman.
And I'm Ollie Pettigrew. What have you got for us today, Bethels?
Let's face it, most people do not like spiders. These folks behind this camera hate this spider that is in what we think is their house. That's a huge spider.
Oh, actually, when you get a bit closer, that is a little bit big. What are they going to do with it? Going to try and take it outside?
No, they're hatching a plan behind the camera. Say, maybe we should just stomp on this spider. Maybe we should just kill it. They're not giving this spider a second chance. But as the spider starts crawling away, this guy tries to just stomp on the spider, still on the wall.
He may have just broken his house.
Yeah, I think that wall might have been made of paper mache or construction paper because his foot goes right through it.
You know, the irony is now that spider is in the wall somewhere. They'll never know where it is.
Yeah, and it's probably reproducing. For all the latest videos, you can catch us on Right This Minute.
Not very smart. You can catch a full episode of Right This Minute at 7:30, right after the list here on News Channel 5. Coming up, police announced findings on that UVA gang rape reported by Rolling Stone magazine. We'll fill you in on that. Plus, don't throw away all those annoying packing peanuts. They could be a powerful part of what? We'll explain.
This is in everything we do. Every morning, this is local news everywhere. Mornings on WPTV News Channel 5.
Things are getting pretty exciting at Nissan. With bonus cash, there's no better time than now to get your new Nissan. Innovation, excitement, only at Nissan. Now.
Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers on select models.
Bonus cash, and soon.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Do you know of a family member, a friend, or a neighbor in need of home health care? At Whitsom's Nursing Service, our referred caregivers provide everything from bathing and dressing, personal hygiene, meal preparation, nursing services, and much more. Whitsom's Nursing Service has been providing quality home health care by matching the best caregivers with our patients since 1996. Call Whitsom's for all your nursing and home health care needs or log on to whitsoms.com.
America's Best Designer Sale is going on now. You get 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95, plus get a free eye exam. Hundreds of designer frames to choose from. Sofia Vergara, Project Runway, Darion, and more. The Designer Sale at America's Best. 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95 and a free eye exam. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. Call 1-800-2-PAIR or visit americasbest.com to schedule an appointment today. America's Best, the best prices in sight.
The perfect car calls for the perfect price, and Lexus of Palm Beach has it. During the Command Performance event, lease a new 2015 GS350 or a new 2015 Lexus RX 350, $298 a month. That's the all-new GS350 or a new 2015 Lexus RX 350, $298 a month at Lexus of Palm Beach's Command Performance event, lexusofpalmbeach.com.
Discover your true colors during Calico Corner's spring sale while savings are in full bloom. Save up to 50% store-wide on all fabrics, furniture, trim, hardware, accessories, and Hunter Douglas window treatments. Spring into savings at Calico Corners.
Daly and Vincent, the rock stars of bluegrass, performing live in concert.
Daly was a hard working, still driving man, working on the railroad.
Don't miss the 3-time Grammy nominees and 3-time Entertainers of the Year, Daly and Vincent, at the Four Arts Theater, Gubelman Auditorium, April 12th. Tickets available now. Proudly supported by Springer Mountain Farms, fresh chicken, a healthier choice for dinner tonight.
Here now, your headlines in 90 seconds. The search continues right now for a man who went overboard on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas cruise ship. The U.S. Coast Guard says a man either jumped or fell from the ship about 20 miles off the coast of Marathon in the Florida Keys. Passengers told us they were forced into quarantine for 2 hours as crew members searched for this man. They later returned to Port Everglades. The man's identity has not yet been released. Today, a Broward judge ruled the siblings of a Hollywood boy found dead in his home last week will remain with relatives. Police are still investigating Isaiah Osceola's death, and they have not made any arrests. He was found in an obscure location inside of his father's home after being reported missing last Thursday. This is a courtroom you're looking at here. Children were removed, two other children were removed from that same home, his father's home, last week. The Broward medical examiner is expected to complete and release the autopsy for the little boy, the autopsy report on Isaiah Thursday. Today, deputies are asking for your help to solve an 8-year-old cold case. Detectives say someone abducted and shot Randy Gorenberg back on March 23, 2007. She was last seen at Boca Town Center Mall, but her body was found in a suburban Delray Beach park. Gorenberg's mother spoke today, saying it's really difficult knowing that her daughter's killer is still on the loose. Police say they have not had any solid leads for a long time in this case. Patrick Murphy wants to move to Washington again. Well, he's already there, right? The congressman announced today, though, he will run for the United States Senate in 2016. He is seeking the seat currently held by Republican Marco Rubio. The Democrat says he made this decision to run for Senate after talking with family, colleagues, and constituents in the last couple of months. And that is your news in 90. The North Carolina Department of Labor is investigating a deadly construction accident. Officials there still trying to determine just what went wrong in this case. Ann McNamara is at the Now National Desk. She's following this story for us.
3 construction workers dead in this high-rise scaffolding accident in downtown Raleigh. Workers were trying to lower the scaffolding when something caused it to snap and then fall. You can actually see a section of it broke off near the top of the 11-story building. From there, it plummeted all the way down, hitting the workers. A man doing concrete work nearby says he heard a popping sound, then heard someone shout, "Run," right before the crash. Officials closing off part of the area for this investigation. That, though, did not stop fellow construction workers from gathering at this scene to console one another. At least one other worker also hurt. Right now, not clear what caused this to collapse. Back to you.
Ann, thanks. More federal investigators are on the scene today of that deadly helicopter crash. It happened in Orlando. Investigators from the FAA arrived today to determine what caused this accident right here. The helicopter hit a guest house yesterday, killing all 3 people on board. Thankfully, no one was in the home at the time of the accident. Investigators believe that the flight was a personal sightseeing trip of some sort. They say they are still collecting evidence right now, but so far they have not seen anything to indicate why this chopper went down.
pick up the wreckage and take it to another site, probably the airport, where we can dig a little deeper into the aircraft of itself.
Police have not released the names of those people who were on board and who died in this accident. The runway at Palm Beach International Airport could soon be extended to allow for larger commercial jets to land and take off in West Palm Beach. The original plan was shelved in 2005 because of the economic recession, but it is now being reconsidered amid strong tourism numbers across the state, in fact, not just our area. Initial calls for a runway expansion have led to complaints from homeowners in the area, especially those east of the airport. Looking for a quick way to charge up your phone? Researchers may have found the solution. Our partners at Newsy share their findings.
Next time you get a big, heavy package in the mail, you may want to keep those packing peanuts around. Two Purdue University scientists have now found a way to convert those packing peanuts into fast, rechargeable batteries. By simply baking the packing peanuts at 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, researchers reduce them to carbon microsheets.
These carbonaceous materials, as they're called, have a very large surface area. That means they can store more lithium-ion material, creating a higher capacity, faster charging battery. The team's materials actually outperform current commercial batteries.
Currently, the anodes of lithium-ion batteries are created from graphite. This new process, though, could change that. Lead researcher Vilas Pohl says he got the idea when he was setting up a new lab and all the new equipment came with packing peanuts. Only about 10% of packing peanuts made in the U.S. are recycled every year. Most packing peanuts are made from polystyrene foam, known more commonly as styrofoam. While they're extremely helpful in protecting packages, they can stick around in landfills for more than a century after being thrown away. There are biodegradable packing peanuts, but packing company Heritage Pioneer points out they're usually heavier, increasing shipping costs. They can also be pricier to produce. Now the researchers hope to scale up their process, something a writer for Engadget says is a very doable idea. It won't be at all shocking if you can one day buy a quick charging phone and send the packing foam back to help make more phones, rather than throwing it in the trash. The researchers are presenting their findings at the American Chemical Society conference in Denver this week. For Newsy, I'm Matt Moreno. Watch Newsy 24/7 on your TV or download the Newsy app for the on-the-go updates.
It's a good idea for recycling. Just in time for Apple's release of its new watch, we are getting a behind-the-scenes look at its testing facility. Take a look at this. Apple employees, ranging from engineers to developers to managers, have volunteered to take part in fitness activities at the lab in the last 2 years, in fact. The goal, to collect data for the development of the new Apple Watch.
So we want to do our best to learn as much as we possibly can about all these environments. Of course, we actually visit places like Alaska and go to extremes in cities like Dubai. What we're trying to learn, though, is in this controlled environment, how can we replicate some of those settings so we can learn as much as we possibly can really quickly.
The Apple Watch is the company's first new gadget since co-founder Steve Jobs died 4 years ago. It will be released on Friday, April 24th. Coming up, Finding Fido. How a simple picture of your dog's furry face can help get your lost puppy back home.
The lightest or nothing. The smartest or nothing. The quietest or nothing. The sleekest, sexiest, baddest, safest, tightest, harshest, or nothing. At Mercedes-Benz, we do things one way or we don't do them at all. The 2015 C-Class. The best or nothing. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
Daly and Vincent, the rock stars of bluegrass, performing live in concert.
Daly was a hard-working, still-driving man, working on the railway.
Don't miss the 3-time Grammy nominees and 3-time Entertainers of the Year, Daly and Vincent, at the Four Arts Theater, Gubelman Auditorium, April 12th. Tickets available now. Proudly supported by Springer Mountain Farms, fresh chicken, a healthier choice for dinner tonight.
Lease a new Forester for $169 a month at Schumacher Subaru.
Schumacher Subaru. Come join the family.
You dreamt of a condo next to the train. Then I showed you how it shook as it came. And you saw close to and next to are not quite the same. Let a RE/MAX agent guide you. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
I always dreamed of coming here. When my asthma symptoms returned, my doctor prescribed Dulera to help prevent them.
Dulera is for patients 12 and older whose asthma is not well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Dulera will not replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms.
A 6-month clinical study has shown Dulera helps significantly improve lung function.
Dulera contains formoterol, which increases the risk of death from asthma problems and may increase the risk of hospitalization in children and adolescents. Dulera is not for people whose asthma is well controlled with a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Once your asthma is well controlled, your doctor will decide if you can stop Dulera and prescribe a different asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Do not take Dulera more than prescribed. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
Ask your doctor about Dulera.
Experience the excitement, the love, the rebellion, and the music of Memphis. It lives in you. At the Kravis Center, April 7th through the 12th. For tickets, visit kravis.org or call 561-832-SHOW.
Trending right now, reportedly dead Florida man arrested in North Carolina. A Jacksonville businessman who was reported dead 2 years ago in Venezuela. Let's get the screen to work. Here we go. Then let's get the photo up. There we go. Okay, so he was reported dead 2 years ago in Venezuela and was arrested in North Carolina Saturday on charges of fraud after his life insurance companies filed a lawsuit alleging he was alive and they shouldn't be making payments. 62-year-old Jose Lantuga faces insurance fraud charges in Florida involving policies worth $9 million from 7 companies. Shannon?
Glad they got him.
Yeah.
Rachel, thanks. Losing a pet who ran away can certainly be devastating, but one South Florida animal shelter is using technology to help reunite owners to their best friends. Miami-Dade Animal Service has joined more than 60 other shelters now to partner with the app Finding Rover. The app uses facial recognition to find the owners of stray dogs. The shelter has already integrated its entire database of dogs into this mobile app.
One of our goals as a shelter is to decrease intake. So this is another way of trying to decrease that intake and keep pets with their people.
Isn't that great? The app includes a notification system that pings your phone if a dog is lost within a 10-mile radius. I love this story. Whoever finds a missing dog will be sent contact information to notify the pet owner directly. The app's creator says so far they have helped nearly 500 animals find their way back home. That's great stuff. So is this. A surfer caught more than just a perfect wave this weekend off the coast of Southern California. Dan Murphy here was surfing when a sea lion jumped on his board. At first, Murphy thought he was being attacked, but he quickly realized the sea lion just wanted a place to relax. Murphy says the sea lion jumped back into the water after a little while, and he was just hanging out on his board. Was it just me, or were you noticing something else besides the cute sea lion there? That's the next Brad Pitt. My goodness, he was gorgeous. Up next, they're watching you. Apps you don't even remember using may be tracking you on Facebook now and your Facebook activity. Can you believe it? We're going to tell you how you can stop that from happening. Coming up. Coming up in Simple Steals, we've got hot savings on women's boots, mattresses, and I'm going to tell you where you can earn a free pastry. I'll tell you all about it just ahead.
Hi, I'm Teresa Strasser from The List with today's list for the now. Rumor has it The X-Files is coming back to TV. Mulder and Scully, Duchovny and Anderson are supposedly on board. So here are 3 real-life unsolved UFO mysteries they might want to tackle. Number 3, the Rendlesham landings. Military personnel reported encounters of several kinds. This was the UK's Roswell. Number 2, sightings at O'Hare Airport. Dan Aykroyd claims that he has smoking gun evidence of the 2006 event.
That's great! Actual physical contact!
Wait for it. No, really, we're actually still waiting for it. And number 1, the Phoenix Lights. In 1997, the city went wild over an enormous silent triangle or simple flares? The ex-governor now says it was a UFO.
I knew more about the lights over Phoenix than I let on.
It's 5 o'clock. You need to know what's happening right now. Getting you breaking news first. Tracking and alerting you before the storm moves in. WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
It's the newest and sweetest ticket deal to Sunfest. It's 5 for $12. Purchase a 5-day pass for $60. That's just $12 a day to see all the action. So what's the catch? There's a limited number available. Go to sunfest.com or a TD Bank location in Palm Beach or Martin counties while supplies last. Get this goodbye before it goes bye-bye.
Watch the Honda Sports Desk for the latest local and national sports. Powered by ESPN 106.3. Every night at 11, only on News Channel 5. Sponsored by the South Florida Honda Dealers. Visit sfhondadealers.com to find the dealer nearest you.
Hi, I'm Chef Jamie Watson for Springer Mountain Farms Chicken. To make a great dish, you've got to start with the best ingredients. That's why at my restaurant, I choose Springer Mountain Farms. Raised on family farms that are certified by the American Humane Association, you can taste the difference. Some of the best chefs in America are using Springer Mountain Farms chicken, and now you can too. So do what I and chefs everywhere are doing. Look for Springer Mountain Farms chicken at your favorite grocery store.
Right now, you can learn about what makes us all tick and why, how we think, why we behave the way we do, by earning a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology or a Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Because right now, you can enroll at South University and see just where a degree in psychology can take you. If you have a passion for the inner workings of the human mind, we have a place for you. So call or visit us online right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, call Gordon and Donner at 333-3333 or visit fortheinjured.com.
This is a pre-owned vehicle. This is an AutoNation worry-free pre-owned vehicle. What's the difference? Well, this one has a money-back guarantee, a limited warranty, and a Carfax report. In fact, everyone is inspected in 125 different places. So who are you gonna call?
Get worry-free pre-owned vehicles from $29.95. AutoNation! For the AutoNation store near you, visit AutoNation.com.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
Watch Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Steve Wiegel. He worries about the weather, so you don't have to.
As we head into the 5 p.m. rush hour, we're stepping outside for just a moment and a live look at Indiantown Road, right around the Indiantown Road exit there on the Florida Turnpike. No major accidents to report on the I or the Turnpike at this hour. Right now, an investigation into the alleged gang rape at the University of Virginia is now complete. Our Ann McNamara is at the Now National Desk with what police are saying today. Ann?
Shannon, Charlottesville police say there is no evidence to support the gang rape claims made by the UVA student Jackie, as detailed in that Rolling Stone article. The chief announcing the findings from this exhaustive investigation sparked by those claims that she was raped at a campus fraternity party in 2012. Police say that Jackie said she had been assaulted on at least one other occasion, but repeatedly refused to cooperate with their investigation. They say there is no evidence a party was ever held at Phi Kappa Psi that night, and they also could not locate the date Jackie claims took her to dinner earlier that evening. Friends of Jackie interviewed and said they did not see any signs she'd been injured. Police say the initial sex act as described to the UVA dean was, quote, wholly inconsistent with what the Rolling Stone article described. And while police are not completely closing this investigation, they are suspending it.
Because I can't prove that something didn't happen. And there may come a point in time where either this survivor or this complaining party, this person we've identified as Jackie, or someone else may not come forward with information that might help us move this investigation further.
Police say something terrible may have in fact happened to Jackie, but without her help or other witnesses coming forward, this investigation has really stalled, Shannon.
And what else do we know about the investigation process on this?
Well, we know that it took about 4 months if you count back to when this Rolling Stone article really started to get attention. We also know that police interviewed 70 different people for this. So it's not like they just went through this really quickly. They took a lot of time, and they said they just can't find any conclusive evidence.
Sounds pretty thorough. Ann, thanks so much. Now we're getting a check on the national and international stories of the day. Our Ashley Henson is in the feed room watching the stories come down on our satellite feeds from there. Ashley?
Well, Shannon, more than 100 United States Special Operation Advisors are pulling out of Yemen now. Losing Yemen as a base for counterterrorism training is viewed as a huge blow to the U.S. There will be no ground presence in this area of the region. The U.S. will have to rely on drone strikes and spy satellites to directly monitor terror groups there. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is free to form a new government after meeting with the various political factions in Israel. He now has majority support. An announcement is expected later today. Otis Byrd, the Mississippi man found mysteriously hanging from a tree, will undergo an autopsy later today. The FBI still trying to determine here if Byrd committed suicide or if he was murdered. He had been missing for 2 weeks when he was found. Now authorities calling in members of the Behavioral Analysis Unit to help in this investigation. The Supreme Court will begin deciding whether Confederate flag license plates can be issued in the state of Texas. The sons of Confederate veterans sued the Department of Motor Vehicles since the Texas DMV won't allow drivers to buy a specialty license plate featuring the controversial battle flag. The group says it violates their right to free speech. Senator Ted Cruz is the first Republican presidential candidate to throw his hat in the ring. The Texas politician announcing via Twitter he will run in 2016. Cruz also released a 30-second video, his first presidential ad. In it, he tells supporters, quote, "I'm ready to stand with you to lead the fight." And that's your news in 90. Shannon.
The political season is upon us. Seems like it never ends these days. Ashley, thanks so much. Spring breakers, they're being warned right now to be careful around dolphins off the coast of Florida. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, says tourists can harm dolphins by paddling too close to them or by feeding them. The federal agency recently launched a public awareness campaign, in fact, encouraging visitors to keep dolphins wild. Officials say this message is especially important because of recent bottlenose dolphin deaths caused by human interaction with the animals. Here in the weather studio, in the Weather Center, and you're getting ready, a big, busy afternoon for the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah, we have some rain to track on radar. In fact, live Viper 5 Max right now, tracking a few showers out there. Nothing real big, though. We see this little line moving through the Treasure Coast here. Notice no lightning strikes with that, and a little bit down here in the Palm Beach County, and some moving offshore Broward County right now. In general, everything moving from the west back to the east. This is in association with a cold front that's moving on down, but this one is not a strong one. But there is a strong one in the forecast. I'll let you know all about it coming up on News Channel 5 at 5.
We'll see you at 5. Thanks, James. Are you looking for ways to improve your sleep without spending tons of money on a new bed? Terry O here now with some amazing savings on name brand mattresses. In today's Simple Steals, we're showing you hot savings on new ways to improve your sleep, plus smoking steals on women's boots and free food to make your Monday a happy one. Welcome, Simple Steals fans. I'm Terry O. All right, ladies, let's talk about some fun, hot discounts going on right now at Cole Haan. They're offering an extra 40% off all of their women's boots. Take a look at these babies. They were originally $368, but after today's discount, the price is knocked down to just $100, and that includes shipping and tax. You guys are saving more than $260 with this deal. Next, having a great night's sleep, it doesn't have to come with a high price. USmattresses.com is having a huge blowout sale on many of their mattresses today. Take a look at this queen size Beauty Rest. It was $1,049, now just $393. And guess what? They're going to deliver it for free. Oh, and by the way, in case you're not looking for a new mattress, but you want to improve the one you already have, check out this feather bed mattress topper. It's at Groupon.com. Once $469.99, now only $99. Wow, that is a smoking steal. Finally, have some fun and cheer up on this Monday with a free pastry from Starbucks. You do need to make a drink purchase and you have to use your rewards card. If you don't already have one, it's simple. Just load money on a Starbucks gift card and register at Starbucks.com. Hurry though, this offer is only good until 5 p.m. today. And if you can't make it,
maybe a friend could pick one up for you. All right, to get all the details on the steals you've seen here today, just go onto our Facebook page by going to simplesteals.com. I'm Terry O, and those are your Simple Steals today. Well, we need something to get us going on a Monday. Thanks, Terry, for the Starbucks plug there. For all the details that you've just seen that Terry mentioned, you can also head over to WPTV.com/TheNow. More websites and apps are allowing users to log in via Facebook, which basically gives third parties the ability to track your Facebook activity. The Now's digital producer Rachel Lado here with how to stop them. I'm so glad you're doing stuff like this.
Well,
helping me defend myself out there.
Spring cleaning time, and you've got to do a digital spring cleaning too. So every once in a while, it's a good idea to take a look and see which apps have access to your Facebook information.
Good idea.
It's kind of important, especially after the Shannon lecture I got last week.
I know.
So in doing so is easy. You'll need to use a computer and not your cell phone, and look for the padlock in the upper right corner, and then just go ahead and click on it. Next, choose Privacy Checkup. Click Next Step, and you'll see a list of the apps that have access to your Facebook information. Now, to tell Facebook to stop sharing your info, remove the app by clicking on the X next to the app. Now, you saw my apps, and it's a very short list, but yours might be a little bit longer. But once you're done, you can just click Next Step to review your profile information, and you're done. That was it.
All right.
Super easy.
That is very helpful. Thanks for walking us through it.
No
and the
problem.
Shannon lecture, by the way, last week was
true
about safety online.
It was.
I was giving her the lecture. Come on, put it down.
She did.
Like I know anything about being safe online. I'm barely online at all. Rachel, thank you so much. Taylor Swift is making a move against internet trolls. The pop star has reportedly purchased the domains of taylorswift.adult and other adult names too. She and other top celebrities and companies are doing this because beginning June 1st, apparently, some 1,300 new domains will be available out there. This move is part of a plan announced in 2011 to make domains more helpful and descriptive and to make filtering easier on all of us. Interesting. Okay, I have another story before I go to Kelly, right? This story has a lot of people talking today. A Louisville police officer helping a woman cross an important finish line. Asia Ford was taking part in the annual Road City Run in Louisville this weekend. She's struggled in the last few years. She's lost hundreds of pounds already. And with just 2 miles to go, this apparently was her first run she had done. Asia was struggling to reach her latest goal, which was finishing a 6-mile race. But she was running out of steam. And Lieutenant Aubrey Gregory came to her rescue, making sure she did not quit.
He asked me if I wanted to stop, and I was like, no, we have 2 more miles to go.
Your heart starts to fill up. You start to get those goosebumps and tingles all over your body. And when I watched her approach and I started to hear the people scream, and I let her go right there before the end and watched her raise her hands, there aren't words. There just aren't words to the way I felt.
The story went viral after Louisville's mayor tweeted a picture of Asia and the officer finishing side by side with the quote, "What a compassionate city looks like." Love that story. We've been watching it all day.
I know.
Right? I know.
I like
it was
that.
great. Here in the newsroom with Kelly Dunn, getting ready for the 5 o'clock news. What are you working on
That's
today?
right. Well, among many other stories, a lot of people rely on artificial sweeteners, and there are many different types out there. Coming up, we have the latest research out of the University of Florida on one type of artificial sweetener that I think will be a real eye-opener and probably not have you reaching for that little packet. It's relation to exactly the long-term damage that it can do. So it's always that short-term
Wow.
fix.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
you're saving the calories, and we're not saying go to sugar, but my goodness, this is quite an eye-opening study that's come out about one of our artificial sweeteners that are on every restaurant table for sure, and maybe in your house as well.
I usually just stick with the straight sugar anyway.
Exactly.
Keeps
a lot
it
of
simple.
people, go back to the basics.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kelly, thanks.
Sure.
We'll see you at 5.
Right now on News Channel 5.
Officials in Alaska working to identify some human remains that were found on a wooded trail. This discovery just may solve the mystery of a missing family that was last seen in that same area about 10 months ago. It's pretty disturbing. Here now, Ann McNamara at the Now National Desk with this story.
Right now, the FBI helping police in Alaska identify human remains found in the southern part of the state. Officials think the discovery could be linked to a family of 4 who's been missing for 10 months. A driver was traveling down a wooded trail over the weekend when he found clothing and what appeared to be the human remains. Officials say a preliminary scene assessment links discovered items to that family seen here in a missing flyer. The family last heard from when they were at home. Police found their meal still on the table as if they had left suddenly. Back to you.
And thanks.
A little bit lighter note here now. It's a pretty sad story, but switching gears a little bit to the business world, and the face of your average business owner is looking a little different these days. The number of people younger than the age of 30 who are starting their own businesses is at a 24-year low. Part of the reason, a lot of young entrepreneurs say they're worried about failing. One 20-something business owner who runs a pretty successful bracelet company said starting her own business, was not at all easy.
I think people like the security of not having to start their own job. You know, it's a pretty big risk, and it's pretty scary.
Really? Business professors say the potential for today's entrepreneur is tremendous because the internet allows people in any area to be global players now. The next time you go shopping, you could be changing the way you pay. Credit cards with gold chip squares on the front, like I believe you saw one just a second ago. They're already out there. Instead of swiping and signing, these new chip cards go into a card reader. The card and the terminal work together to protect your in-store payment. You either sign your name or you enter a PIN number to complete the purchase. Major credit card companies say these new chip cards will keep you from getting ripped off. And boy, do we need that these days. A local artist is leaving his mark on a West Palm Beach neighborhood. His goal is to bring a little vibrance to this area, one stroke at a time. The Now's Jason Hackett takes us there.
If you've walked or driven down Henrietta Avenue lately, it's hard to ignore these majestic murals of famous African-American figures, and one man is responsible.
You keep practicing and you find out.
His name is William Joyner, and he lives here in West Palm Beach. And for the last month or so, he's out here in the hot Florida sun, 2 hours at a time, painting these murals. It started when a friend at church one day pitched the idea of painting historical African-American figures on the walls here at the Urban Growers Community Farm. Joyner, who has training from the Pratt Institute of Art in Brooklyn, New York, ran with the idea.
It's hard not to be excited about that because basically the idea is to just add some vibrancy to this area, you know? Really, really hard not to be excited about that.
Right now, Joyner is planning 3 of these panels here on the wall with potentially more coming up in the future. Now, tonight at 6, we'll tell you about the major challenge he had to overcome as he creates these beautiful pieces. Jason Hackett for The Now, South Florida.
Thanks so much, Jason. Beautiful work. That'll do it for The Now, South Florida. News Channel 5 at 5 begins right now.
Right now on News Channel 5.
Right now, rain showers are moving through South Florida just in time for that commute home.
That's right. The wet weather, a change certainly from the hot and sunny weather we had over the weekend, but will it bring some cooler temperatures with it?
Storm Team 5 meteorologist James Green joins us now. James?
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Not this time, but we do have another cold front on the way. You're going to have to wait a few days. That will bring some cooler weather. Looking at the live sweeps all across the state right now, scattered, smothered, and covered with rain across the area. And we do have some rain along the Treasure Coast and also into Palm Beach County. Nothing really heavy right now, just light to even moderate as it moves generally from west to east. This is in association with a very weak cold front that will slide down to the south. It's not going to really do much for the temperatures, though. More so along the Treasure Coast, it'll lower it a few degrees. For the Palm Beaches, we'll stay into the mid to possibly even upper 80s by tomorrow. Live Viper 5 Max. Here's that batch of rain now moving off the Treasure Coast from Vero Beach to Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie, where you saw a little bit of rain earlier, and also some down now moving into the Gardens in Palm Beach County and offshore. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast to get you through this Monday evening. Expect off and on chance for rain there with temperatures falling off into the upper 70s. I'll have more on the 7-day forecast coming up in a bit.
James, thank you. The rain's coming out really the perfect time to help several brush fires, including this one that started last night in Jupiter. Crews worked into the morning to put out this fire. It lit up the sky through the night near the Kennedy Estates area, which is east of I-95. It scorched about 5 acres, but crews were able to contain it quickly. No homes were affected. There's no word on how the fire started.
New at 5, a hazing scandal at a local high school. Now, a teenager faces serious charges for what police say he made other students do to join a club. News Channel 5's John Shainman joins us live from Jensen Beach High School. John.
Well, Michael, one student's complaint about being hazed to join a tech club here at Jensen Beach High School led to a sheriff's office investigation, and that led to the uncovering of hundreds of nude pictures of teens, some of whom attend here at Jensen Beach High School. Now, a 16-year-old who attends this high school was arrested on Friday. He faces serious felony charges of possessing child pornography and promoting a sexual performance of a child. Now, according to the arrest report, the 16-year-old was in the tech club here at the school. A 15-year-old wanted to join. So, as part of what was called an initiation last spring, the older student told him that he had to do things, including running across the school stage nude, performing a sex act in the stage loft, and sending nude pictures of himself to someone he thought was a girl. Now, it turned out that the older student was the person receiving those pictures. Now, when another student wanted to join the tech club this month, that younger male student told his parents what had happened to him to make sure that no other student would have to go through what he did. And law enforcement got involved, and when detectives got a hold of the older teen's phone and laptops, they found the other victims.
Hundreds of pictures of nude juveniles. And so far we know of 8 of those pictures that come back to Jensen Beach High School students.
Now, the accused teen in this case did the same thing, pretending to be a girl and luring those other teens to send nude pictures of themselves. Now, because those pictures were sent voluntarily, there are no criminal charges associated with them. However, other pictures were uncovered of that older student fondling a 9-year-old out-of-state boy. Now, the sheriff says he cannot comment on that separate potential case. The school district released a statement saying they are aware of the situation and cooperating fully with the sheriff's office. Coming up at 6 o'clock, the warning that the sheriff has from this case to parents with regards to teens and the internet. We're live at Jensen Beach. John Shademan, WPTV, News Channel 5.
A local care center that helps those in need near Boynton Beach needs your help tonight. Thieves broke into the community care center Thursday night and made off with thousands of dollars in equipment. News Channel 5's Jamel Lene joins us now live from the center where staff members have been turning clients away. Jamel?
Well, Kelly, right now, staff, they're wrapping up with contractors to get their doors replaced in the back. That's where volunteers say that these thieves came in at, snatching computers, telephones, leaving this organization helpless to help others.
I was teary-eyed because I know that we were not going to be able to help our clients in a normal way.
Since Friday, Michelle Davis-White says they've had to turn away nearly a dozen clients from the Community Care Center of Greater Boynton Beach. Davis, a staff member here, says thieves broke in Thursday night and stole 5 computers, 2 printers, telephones, and a scanner.
They took this computer, and that was a fairly new computer.
All the tools they use to help those in need of services. Doing
applications for food stamps, answering telephone calls about those clients that may be in crisis situations. We're unable to communicate at all.
Staff came in Friday morning to find their back window broken. President Joyce Portnoy is hoping insurance will cover the cost of the items stolen. She says the damage is estimated at $10,000. But it's the hundreds of clients who will suffer in the meantime until the center can get back online.
There are 2,500 families who come to us annually for food stamp applications. There are homeless men who come to us and women. So to not be able to help these people is heartbreaking.
So it's not just the computers that were stolen. There's also a security concern that could affect hundreds of these clients. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. Reporting live in Boynton Beach, I'm Jamel Lene for WPTV News Channel 5.
I'm Ashley Henson in the feed room where we've learned the 6-month-old child of a Palm Bay mother has died. 33-year-old Jessica McCarty is already facing murder charges for her other 2 children. McCarty attacked her 3 kids Friday night. Afterwards, she called 911 about the incident. Investigators say McCarty was in the front yard with a knife when they arrived. She's now being held in the Brevard County Jail without bond. Reporting from the feed room, Michael, back to you.
A judge reduced the bond for the Delray Beach doctor accused of fondling a patient in an exam room. Bond is now set at $350,000 for Dr. Manuel Abreu. Abreu was ordered not to have contact with the victim, the alleged victim, and he'll be on house arrest should he bond out. He and his family must also surrender passports and travel documents. As many as 7 women, including the victim in the lone criminal case, said the doctor touched them at Personal Physician Care in Delray Beach. Abreu is charged with sexual battery.
The mother of a Boca Raton woman who was murdered in 2007 is asking for your help to solve this case. Detectives believe someone abducted and shot Randy Gorenberg on this day 8 years ago. She was found in Governor Lawton Chiles Memorial Park. Detectives say leads have recently dried up, and now Randy's mom is pleading for anyone to come forward with information.
Just turn yourself in or tell us something, anything. Clear your conscience. Be a good person. Do a good thing. Ease the ache in our hearts. Our family is very broken up over this.
Detectives say keeping these cold cases in the spotlight does help lead to tips, so they're encouraging you to spread the word. If you have any information, you can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS.
Covering Indian River County, where sheriff's deputies say they need your help to find the person responsible for shooting a man in the parking lot of a bar. That shooting happened late Friday in front of the Players Club bar in Gifford, we're told. That's where deputies say they found 54-year-old Stefan Cooper bleeding from a gunshot wound. They say the shooter demanded money from Cooper before the shots rang out. The unidentified man then drove away in a small blue car.
The FBI is launching an inquiry into an internal affairs investigation by the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. 3 officers were fired. Another resigned Friday for allegedly using racial slurs in personal texts and a video. They were shown to the police chief this past October. It's not clear what the extent of the FBI's inquiry will be. Democratic
Congressman Patrick Murphy has made it official. He will run for the U.S. Senate in 2016. Murphy represents District 18, St. Lucie, Martin, and parts of northern Palm Beach County. He says he came to his decision after talking to constituents and his family over the past several months. His sights are now set on the seat currently held by Republican Marco Rubio. Rubio appears likely to set his eyes on a bid for the White House. Today, Murphy focused on the long campaign road ahead.
I don't want to make this about Rubio. My focus and my belief is that we need a senator who's going to stand up and fight for all Floridians, not just a small group.
Earlier today, Boca Raton Democratic Congressman Ted Deutsch came out to support Murphy in his run for the United States Senate.
I am announcing that I'm running for President of the United States.
The 2016 presidential race has its first candidate officially. Texas Senator Ted Cruz made the announcement last night and this morning laid out his plan for victory. The Republican and Tea Party favorite made the announcement in a Twitter video. His speech at Liberty University in Virginia focused on his faith, and he won big applause for blasting President Obama's policies on health care reform and immigration.
New at 5, 3 people are dead. Another seriously injured after scaffolding collapsed at a Raleigh, North Carolina office building. The incident occurred this morning in downtown Raleigh at a building under construction. Officials say workers were in the process of removing and lowering the scaffolding when something went wrong. Witnesses say the scaffolding, some of it crashed into the building. The cause of this collapse not yet known.
Police suspended their investigation into allegations of a gang rape on the campus of the University of Virginia. Investigators say they have found nothing to back up the woman's claims. The allegations came to light after Rolling Stone magazine published a cover story on this case. The magazine later published an apology acknowledging mistakes were made in the reporting of the story. Police did say today that they are leaving this case open.
A disturbing new development in the fight against ISIS. That terror group is posting a hit list with names, addresses, and even photos of U.S. service members. Tonight, the Pentagon says all 100 service members on the list have been contacted. They're being advised to be extra aware, exercise extra caution, and stay off of or limit activity on social media. The government says the information was gathered from individual social media sites, and there is no evidence any government or military sites were hacked.
It's been 1 year since the first confirmed cases of Ebola in West Africa and the beginning of what would become the largest ever outbreak of the disease. Since then, just over 10,000 people have died. Twice as many have been infected. Ebola has been nearly contained in Liberia, but Guinea and Sierra Leone are still fighting a seemingly losing battle. Health agencies have made a deadline of mid-April to end new cases, but many believe that goal will not be achieved.
A week after being hit, or more than a week after being hit by a stray bullet in West Palm Beach, the mother of the 13-year-old girl speaking about her daughter's recovery. And we find out where the shooting investigation stands tonight.
Louder than usual. What the government's doing to combat loud train whistles.
And a car that can track your teenager while driving. It's coming to the market sooner than you think.
We're helping you plan for tomorrow morning and the week ahead. Meteorologist James Whelan with your most accurate weather forecast in just minutes.
I love new things, don't you?
Absolutely. And right now, during the Rooms to Go anniversary sale, it's the perfect time to see what's new from the Sofia Vergara collection. Get big anniversary savings and finance interest-free until January 2020. That's zero interest until January 2020. So hurry in and see the very latest from the Sofia Vergara collection right now at the Rooms to Go anniversary sale.
What are you waiting for? Tell them Sophia sent you.
In commodities, rawhide bones are up, while pig ears traded even for the day. Celebrating Bastille Days.
Lease a new Forester for $169 a month at Schumacher Subaru.
Schumacher Subaru. Come join the family.
Tonight, The Voice is coming down to the best of the best ever.
Your team doesn't suck.
Thank you. But with a talent this good, it's getting harder to say goodbye.
Come on, Blake! Steal!
Then,
we have a lockdown in the ER.
A crisis will shut down the hospital.
No one in or out. Anything exposed to radioactive blood is live.
For one doctor, it may be too late.
Did you touch him without gloves?
The Night Shift after The Voice. You must see Monday, tonight on NBC.
It's time. Time to do more. Time to elevate. At Brayman BMW, everything we do revolves around going further for you. Elevate service. Elevate selection. Elevate savings. For a limited time, drive the new 2015 BMW 320i for only $239 a month. Elevate. It's what we do for you. Brayman BMW, West Palm Beach, and Jupiter. You've arrived. At the Press Journal, we cover local with the largest news operation in Indian River County. Stories affecting your life right now and those shaping your future for tomorrow. Our award-winning investigative staff covers breaking news and tackles the hard issues as well. The environment, education, crime, and politics. The Press Journal and tcpalm.com. We cover your backyard every day. In print and online, where you live, work, and play.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by Earl Stewart Toyota.
New tonight, home and recovering, but still with a bullet lodged in her back.
The 13-year-old West Palm Beach girl that police say was hit by a stray bullet last week is out of the hospital. News Channel 5's Brian Enton spoke with her mother.
Keisha Jones relieved her little girl is back home.
She got shot in the back on her right side, but for her to be 13 years old, holding up.
1 week ago at 9:30 at night, Keisha's daughter was with family and friends at this park on Sapodilla and 7th Street.
I don't know, he opened fire.
West Palm Beach police say the shooter was not aiming for Keisha.
Overwhelming for her and for me.
She could need future surgeries, and now she's hoping police get the gunman.
They're being very actively, of catching him. Just keep praying for continuing, getting well. And recovery.
Keisha says her daughter will hopefully be back in school in a couple of weeks. Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.
A consumer alert: if you drive a Nissan, government safety officials are concerned two Nissan recalls did not fix a problem with nearly 1 million vehicles. The company announced a recall back in 2013, again last year, for a problem with front seat airbag sensors. Computer software may not have detected an adult sitting in the passenger seat. Well, after repairs were made, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says 124 people still came forward complaining about the problem. Nissan insists the recall has addressed the issue.
New smart card technology will soon make your purchases more secure. Chip cards with gold squares on the front are already out there. Instead of swiping and signing, these chip cards go into a card reader. The card and terminal work together to protect your in-store payment. You neither sign your name or enter a PIN to complete the purchase. Major credit card companies say these new chip readers will keep you from being ripped off.
Chip cards will better protect consumers and their personal information. And down the road, of course, the shopping experience for customers and retailers will differ greatly.
By the end of this year, it's estimated that 70% of U.S. credit cards will have the embedded security chips.
Something's being done about those loud trains and the train horns you may hear late at night. The Federal Railroad Administration will test the decibel levels of freight trains in early April to see if they comply with guidelines. The railway started running new trains on tracks in late November on a route from Jacksonville to Miami.
A Jacksonville businessman who was reported dead 2 years ago in Venezuela was arrested in North Carolina over the weekend. 62-year-old Jose Lantigua faces fraud charges after his life insurance company filed suit saying he was alive and those companies should not be making payments. At this time, it appears Lantigua faked an illness while he was on vacation and left his business millions of dollars in debt.
There's a lot of financial ramifications as Mr. Lantigua's scheme of deceit is pretty elaborate. I imagine there's a lot of creditors who are going to want to know where their money went.
The family has asked the judge to dismiss the allegations against Lantigua. Right now, though, it's not clear if that's going to happen.
A former Alaskan reporter who went viral after using profanity while quitting Live in the Air has had her marijuana club raided by police. Authorities say they received reports the business run by Charlene Egd was selling marijuana and other products. Although recreational use of the drug is legal there, the commercial sale is not.
I really appreciate that APD and the CAP team has done the right thing and come through and tried to clean this thing up, because again, we need to have a process that is regulated like alcohol.
Town leaders say they'd like to see the business shut down, at least until the commercial sale of marijuana there is legal.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Tracking a few showers across the area. Live 5 camera looking out over Peanut Island. Not quite the sunny weather we had over the weekend, although we did have a lot of sunshine earlier today. 76 right now with the clouds and a little bit of rain around. That's helped at least cool down the temperatures from the 87 we saw out there today. Wind now turned to the northwest. A little bit gusty at 17. Tracking on the radar, some rain showers moving on through. The heaviest right now is offshore, and this is moving away from us. See, live Viper 5 Max, the heaviest rain now moving offshore. Temperatures pretty much low to middle 70s right now. Cold front still a little bit up to the north, but at least some of that rain has helped cool things off. A little bit of sprinkles left over along the Treasure Coast. Keep that in mind if you are heading out tonight. You may run into a light shower or sprinkle there. Palm Beach County looking at a few showers moving on through, a sprinkle or two, but more back to the west. So I'm going to keep that rain chance in the forecast going in through this evening and even overnight too. We're going to keep the chance of rain in. So here's a forecast on the weather wheel going hour by hour into the evening hours. Temperatures middle 70s, holding steady. We'll drop down into the upper 60s, and we'll spin the wheel here and get into tomorrow morning. Back to work, back to school time. Possibility of some far inland fog. I think the coast may stay fog free with more cloud cover around than that. And then we'll break out of the clouds. We'll see some sunshine tomorrow. Just a slight chance for a few isolated showers tomorrow. So rain chances actually go down a little bit tomorrow before they'll creep back up going into the end of the week. Here's the front meandering down the state right now. Not going to be the cleanest of frontal passages, and it's not really going to cool us off all that much. Maybe a little bit more along the Treasure Coast, where you'll see highs in the low 80s as opposed to the upper 80s that we've been seeing. Here's Vipercast. Still painting a couple showers in the overnight hours and even through tomorrow. Some sun, yes, and a couple of showers still possible too, as that front kind of stalls just to our south. A couple of showers may still spark up through the evening hours too, and then again we'll start to lift everything back up to the north on Wednesday. increase the rain chances a bit then, even more so Thursday, Friday, and early Saturday as a stronger cold front will move on through. Boating forecast, seas will build a little bit later, so if you are heading out in the morning, seas only 2 feet. By the time you get back, they may be up to 5 feet. Same with the beachgoers, flat in the morning and then a building northeast swell in the afternoon. 7-day forecast, high temperatures go back up into the upper 80s, but check this out. By Saturday and Sunday, Mother Nature turns on the air conditioner once again. We drop highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s.
James, thank you. Coming up, bees attack people in a Phoenix neighborhood, and not even the people reporting the story are safe.
And at 5:30, big news from the NFL, what owners did that will ensure every game can be watched.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Not all days are created equal. Some surpass expectation. Few are destined for greatness. This is one of those days. With $1 million hanging in the balance, rivals look to settle the score. Days just don't get any bigger. The Bezelou Stables Florida Derby, March 28th. First race 12 p.m. The road to the Triple Crown runs through Gulfstream Park.
Hi, I'm Earl Stewart. At Big Dog Ranch Rescue, every dog has a name. Every dog has a story. Every dog deserves a loving and safe home. Earl Stewart Toyota is dog friendly, and you can come meet our Dog of the Month right here at the dealership. When you adopt one of our sponsored dogs, I will pay the adoption fees. And of course, at Big Dog Ranch Rescue, there are never any dealer fleas. Earl Stewart. Oh, come on.
Expect more from your school. More caring, more commitment, more success. Many schools see students as a number. Renaissance Charter School at Summit sees your child. All students are unique individuals. Together, we'll develop personal learning plans and offer a nurturing environment that focuses on your child. Renaissance Charter School at Summit on Summit Boulevard in West Palm. Expect more. Apply online today at recssummit.org.
This is a notice to the public. Stop wherever you are and get to Greco Mazda in North Palm Beach and Delray Beach for the biggest grand opening celebrations ever. Greco will do whatever it takes to be the #1 Mazda stores in the world. Shop our special allocation from the factory. Over 600 Mazdas. Get a Mazda 6 or CX-5, your choice, $169 a month with zero down. Yes, zero down. Greco Mazda has you covered from north to south.
I'm Mike Greco. I'll save you thousands. I guarantee it.
Gunther Volkswagen's grand opening celebration has begun. And for the past 45 years, no one sells more Volkswagen vehicles than Gunther. Right now, you can choose from over 1,200 new Volkswagen vehicles and save thousands at an all-new Gunther Volkswagen location close to you. Like this special lease offer on a new 2015 Jetta from $119 a month. Get to South Florida's most convenient Volkswagen dealer today to save big.
For 45 years, satisfying customers, one handshake at a time.
That's why you got to get to Gunther.
I may be a pizza maker, but I know a few things about dessert, like chocolate and more chocolate.
Introducing our new double chocolate chip brownie. It's a rich and decadent brownie, served warm for only $6.
Better ingredients, better pizza, PapaJohns.com.
Covering America, one person's dead, another injured after a cliff collapse along a popular California hiking trail. They were standing on a rock lookout point inside the Point Reyes National Seashore Saturday when the bluff collapsed. 2 people fell about 70 feet. The hiker that survived is being treated for what they call life-threatening injuries. Officials say the weather was dangerous at that time, and those bluffs can be unstable.
One person is dead. A police officer is hurt after a fight in a Walmart parking lot in Arizona. Police say it began with a report of a woman being assaulted. Officers arrived. The suspects in the parking lot attacked the officers. One police officer shot in the leg. 7 other officers were hurt. Authorities say one suspect was shot and killed, another wounded, shot in the abdomen, and 7 others are now in custody.
A firefighter comes to the rescue when a reporter comes under attack by bees.
Right there. It's stung me.
Ooh, the reporter was On a story on bees swarming a Phoenix neighborhood, and a bee got her right in the hair and scalp. She says it did hurt for a bit, but certainly was okay. Firefighters were initially called to this scene when a neighbor called for help after that person was stung several times.
They'll come after us, no question. But yeah, children, adults, everyone, animals, we're there to help them out. So, because they are dangerous.
Exterminators also came out to help deal with the problem. Turns out the bees had made a home on the windowsill of a house. They say the removal will cost the homeowner hundreds of dollars.
I'm Shannon Cake, live in the newsroom. Coming up all new at 5:30. They say it was a trip that they will not soon forget. Passengers share their firsthand videos and accounts of what happened when a cruise passenger went overboard. The revolutionary new way parents can really tell how their teen drivers are faring behind the wheel. And the very important lesson one man learned the hard way, why you should not delay opening a new TV or electronic device. We're pretty sure that's what that's supposed to mean. These stories and more coming up when I join Michael at 5:30.
Business Report on WPTV is sponsored by your local Toyota dealers.
Shopping for glasses can be very expensive, but at Stanton Optical, I get 2 pairs of eyeglasses for only $69, plus a free eye exam.
Free eye exam with purchase of 2 pair for $69. Call 800-STANTON for nearest location.
Hi, Mike Wetzel here, and introducing our all-new one-stop truck shop, Sunrise Truck World. Acres of used trucks, every make and model, ready for work and play. And if you don't buy our truck, we'll still buy yours. So stop by, click, or call, because if it's got a bed on the back, Sunrise Truck World's got it, along with the largest selection of used trucks on the Treasure Coast. The all-new Sunrise Truck World, next to Sunrise Ford, just north of Prima Vista on US 1.
Don't miss the Rooms to Go anniversary sale, because whatever beautiful furniture you choose from the new Cindy Crawford Coastal Collection, you'll really save. Plus, you can finance interest-free until January 2020. There's no interest adding up, no interest, period, until January 2020. Get the perfect furniture for your Florida home at the Rooms to Go anniversary sale going on now.
You know how fast you're going? It's a Dodge Challenger. It's a gross misuse of power.
You got passed by a Passat, even with that available 485 horsepower Hemi V8.
Is that chamber music?
Yeah. Get out of the car.
Some things you just don't do in a Dodge. Now during award season. Right now, get up to $3,500 total cash allowance on 2015 Dodge vehicles.
Tonight, the voice is coming down to the best of the best ever.
Your team doesn't suck.
Thank you. But with a talent this good, it's getting harder to say goodbye.
Come on, Blake! Steal!
Then,
we have a lockdown in the ER.
A crisis will shut down the hospital.
No one in or out. Anything exposed to radioactive blood is live.
For one doctor, it may be too late.
Did you touch him without gloves?
The Night Shift after The Voice. You must see Monday, tonight on NBC.
Shopping for glasses can be very expensive, but at Stanton Optical, I get 2 pairs of eyeglasses for only $69, plus a free eye exam.
Free eye exam with purchase of 2 pair for $69. Call 800-STANTON for nearest location.
Live, local, from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 5:30. Local coverage you can count on.
It was not the cruise vacation many planned.
A man jumped from a Royal Caribbean ship while cruising near the Florida Keys. News Channel 5's Katie Johnson spoke to some local residents who just got back today.
Right now, U.S. Coast Guard officials are still searching for that man. According to officials from Royal Caribbean, he was seen climbing a railing and going overboard on this ship. All of this, officials say, is caught on camera. Meanwhile, passengers just getting back to dry land today with many unanswered questions.
There was no ship alarm. There was no emergency sounds. There was absolutely nothing to notify the passengers that there was an emergency.
This video taken by West Palm Beach resident Sean Weinstock just moments after a 43-year-old man jumped off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, it happened just miles off the coast of the Florida Keys.
A cruise from hell.
Sean says the cruise left Port Everglades late Thursday night, 8 hours after it was scheduled to head out to sea. He said maintenance crews patched up a hole on the boat before it could leave the port. Then, just before 10 last night, the ship made an unexpected stop.
We were sitting at the roulette table. All of a sudden, the ship did a hard port and then a hard starboard. All the chips fell. You know, we're like, what's going on?
It was a rough night.
Lisa Almashi of Lake Worth was also on board the boat with her 14-year-old daughter, Maya.
You never think something like that's going to happen on vacation, that's for sure.
When the boat stopped, Lisa panicked. Maya wasn't with her. She was on the same level as the person who went overboard.
I knew she was going to be on deck 12.
But Maya was okay. Crew members quickly rounded up passengers, telling them to go to their rooms for several hours. While they were in quarantine, authorities searched for the missing man.
We did notice, because they had all the spotlights on, there were a lot of sharks.
It was eerie because it was pitch black in the middle of the sea with silence.
Now, authorities have yet to release the name of that man who went overboard, and passengers tell us as they were getting off of that ship today that cruise members didn't tell them much either. To read the full statement from Royal Caribbean, log on to our website, WPTV.com. Live on Palm Beach, Katie Johnson, WPTV News Channel 5.
New information tonight on the family of a missing 3-year-old boy who was later found dead in his family's home in Hollywood, Broward County. Today, a judge ruled the siblings of Isaiah Osceola, a 5-year-old boy as well, and an 8-month-old girl will stay with an aunt in Broward County. The shelter hearing was rescheduled from Saturday since the father, Nelson Osceola, did not have an attorney at the time. After an extensive search last week, the child was found in a, quote, obscure location in his family's Hollywood home. George Zimmerman just released a new video today. In it, he says a person in his circumstances cannot feel guilty over surviving a confrontation like the one he said he had with Trayvon Martin, the 17-year-old teen he shot and killed 3 years ago in a case that gained international notoriety. Zimmerman says he would feel guilty only if he thought, his words, he could have done something differently. Zimmerman was acquitted of criminal charges, you'll recall. He said he is speaking publicly now that an investigation by the Department of Justice is concluded. If you'd like to see the video, we do have a link on our website under the As Seen on 5 section.
This just in this evening, some incredible pictures of a small plane crashing into a backyard. This is in Citrus County on Florida's west coast. You can see its proximity to the trees in the back porch here. Wow, amazingly, there were no injuries reported.
What does the future hold for Palm Beach International Airport? A master plan is set to be released in the next 18 months, and it could include plans to extend the runway at PBIA. The plan, which has been debated for years, would extend the Generation Aviation runway to allow for bigger commercial jets. The plan had been shelved due to a steep drop in air traffic during the recession, but it's being reconsidered now amid strong tourism numbers across the state of Florida.
A plane headed here to Florida had to be hauled out of the mud by the Delaware National Guard today. This was the scene at Newcastle County Airport after a Frontier Airlines plane left the pavement and got stuck in the mud. There were no injuries reported in this. Flight 1435 was headed to Orlando yesterday when the nose gear and the right main gear became lodged right there in the soil. 3 people who died when that helicopter crashed into an unoccupied guest house right near downtown Orlando have now been identified this evening as a Central Florida businessman, his wife, and their friend. The chopper crashed Sunday afternoon in a neighborhood of large historic homes. The National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration are investigating the cause of this crash now. The helicopter took off from the nearby Orlando Executive Airport. It flew about 2 miles before coming down.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Weak cold front moving down the state right now, tracking it on the radars, and we see just a few leftover broken light showers around right now. We did have some heavier rains move through Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Vero Beach area earlier. Now tapering it off to just a couple of light showers moving through. Still a little bit back to the west, south of Belle Glade. So Palm Beach County, you're still going to run into the chance for some rain going into this evening, but doesn't look like anything real heavy and certainly not severe out there. Live Viper 5 Max, the heaviest rain offshore, and it's continuing to move offshore. The rain did cool us down. Low 70s Treasure Coast, mid 70s in the Palm Beaches. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast going in through the evening. A few showers, not a washout, but do expect a couple of showers around as temperatures fall off into the low to middle 70s. I'll have more on the rest of the forecast, which does include a bigger cold front coming up in a bit.
New at 5:30, encouraging news about foreclosures across our state. They have declined by more than a third from a year ago. Even so, Florida's foreclosure rate still ranks as one of the highest in the nation. The research firm RealtyTrack says 1 out of 570 homes in Florida had a foreclosure filing last February. That figure puts Florida with the third highest rate behind only Maryland and Nevada. Florida's foreclosure activity has declined, though, by 35% in the past year.
And I'm Ashley Hinson, live in the newsroom. New research from the University of Florida suggests a popular sugar substitute could lead to new treatments for some of the most common types of cancers. For years, negative reports have surrounded artificial sweeteners, claiming evidence of being a carcinogen. But new research focused on how saccharin, which is found in Sweet and Low, reacted with a protein found in aggressive cancer cells. The study suggests saccharin blocked the activity of that protein, stopping the cancer cells from growing and spreading. Live in the feed room, I'm Ashley Hinson. Shannon, back to you.
Ashley, thanks. A new study showing recess isn't just fun, it's good for the entire class. Experts say quality recess time during the school day can improve a student's social skills, attitudes, and behavior. It's my son's favorite class of the day. All kids, right? Specially trained coaches were sent in to start some organized programs throughout the country. The result, nearly half of teachers said that their students showed better teamwork. They became more encouraging of one another as well. The students also learned how to initiate games. They became more engaged in other activities, and they felt safer, they said, at school as well.
New at 5:30, a new ruling from the National Football League has fans cheering tonight. The league announcing it will not block any games from local television during the 2015 season. Team owners voted for a one-year suspension of the long-standing blackout policy for the preseason and regular season.